Okay, I got a question from Heather C. or Heather Aldrich. And Heather actually went to a rival high school when I was in Florida, and then we went to the Air Force Academy together. She's a good old friend of mine. She asked what I brought as far as like lumber and that kind of stuff. I'll go through the whole supply list to some extent, and you can look on the website. There is a detailed list of what I brought, although I kind of ran out of time there at the end, so some of the details kind of taper off. But the key things are that I brought some lumber to build the cabin. Obviously, I'm not making a log cabin. I don't even think you're allowed to unless you have a proper foundation. So this is a small cabin. It's pretty easy to put up, and it's legal under the homeowners association or the covenants. So I brought that. I did bring a year's worth of food. Some of it's good, some of it's not great, but it is 1.5 million calories. So that should be about 3,500 calories a day, if I did my math right, and I probably didn't. Actually, it's a little bit more than that. I added a little bit more food at the end there, and I didn't count it up. But I know I needed about 1.35 million calories. Just kind of a fun shopping list. I remember going to one of the grocery stores here, and the checkout girl was kind of like, what on earth? Because I had this whole shopping cart full of cans of chili and macaroni and cheese and tuna fish and that kind of stuff. Just basically filled it all up with just 2 or 3 items. And she kind of looked at me and asked what I was doing. And I told her I was preparing for a zombie apocalypse. I'm not sure she bought that, but it was kind of fun. So anyway, I brought some food. I brought my tools. I've got a couple power systems out here. My brother was kind enough to supplement some of those. I had one that failed. I'm going to do a product review on some of these. Some of them I had some trouble with, but got working later. And I'm pretty happy with them, really. They're really kind of amazing and relatively inexpensive, so that's cool. I've got buckets of chemicals like bleach. What else? I've got a whole bunch of different soaps, like laundry soap. I've got Palmolive for dishes and that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm not using too much soap at all. Laundry soap, you can do without that, actually. You can just kind of scrub it and get it clean. It's still going to be looking dirty, but it's clean and it's safe to wear. A lot of these clothes, I think I'm just going to get rid of them. It's not really worth the effort. That's one of the customs or courtesies in society that I've let go by the wayside. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the other day, that's kind of a gross story, but I took off my shirt and I was kind of looking to clean it. And, I had one big piece of dirt, on one side. And then on the other side, I had just a lot of blood from cuts and scratches that I keep scratching open. And they just bleed, day after day. And then they just kind of make a big bloody spot on my clothes. It's kind of weird. It's not really disruptive or gross, but it's just weird. That's gross. It just doesn't bother me. So that I brought that. I brought a lot of. I brought 2 laptops. They're inexpensive. I just bought them for this project. I brought 4 3-terabyte hard drives each. I've got a 1.5 terabyte hard drive that is powered off USB, which is nice. I do have a generator, but I haven't used it at all. I've been 100% solar and green powered so far. Got a little propane burner. Turns out I use very little propane, so that's kind of good. What else? I brought 6 sleeping bags. I have one of those army sleeping bags, the mummy sleeping bags that we used in Syria training at the academy. I bought one of those back in '91 after training, and then I've actually had some problems with that one. It's failing. And then I've got 4 other backup sleeping bags, and then my main sleeping bag, which I bought a year or 2 ago. It's rated at -35, and it's really big. And for a taller person, I know that's not something you have to deal with much, but I'm 6'1", so a lot of these sleeping bags are too small for me, and it's really annoying. I'm just I don't know, it's annoying. I'm not that massive. I'm not a basketball player or something like that, but you'd think if you can make a sleeping bag, I could at least get in completely. But I guess you get what you pay for. But I'm actually making good use of those as well. I'm using them for other things like air basically reducing the airflow in the house in certain areas, and I'll do some videos on that. Actually, using a lot of the ideas that we learned in not Siri, but in thermodynamics class, kind of looking at heat loss and just trying to reduce all the ways to lose heat. So convection, conduction, radiation, and evaporation. Let's see. I guess that's about what I brought. I'm trying to record as much as I can, of course. I've got 4 7-gallon buckets or water tanks, and then a 55-gallon water tank. I've got a few little nice things. I've got a what is it? A recliner, actually a small recliner. It's just junk, but I've had it forever. And my friend Gloria talked me into bringing it out here, and I think that'll be nice when I have my house set up. I can actually just sit down. And if I'm feeling lazy one day and don't want to go get firewood or whatever, I can just bundle up. I've got my cold weather gear, everything from the academy, and then my time in the service, and then my last employer bought me some nice cold weather gear as well. So I may just put on 4 or 5 layers of jackets, sit down in my recliner, look out the window, drink some coffee, and just chill out. So I'll be happy. I don't know about Thor and Wilson, but I'll be fine. Anyway, good question, and hope that answered everything. Thanks.